All righty then. So that was fun, right? You think you're talking, you talk for 8 minutes and there's no audio. So that was fun. Thank you, Isaac, by the way, for letting me know that. Due to the technical issues we just had, we're reshooting this. And now you guys can watch it with me actually talking. Maybe you like me better silent. Maybe that's the case. And that's the case, go back and watch the one with me absolutely talking like a mime and doing this thing and with no audio. So that was fun. So let's try this one more time with words that are coming out of my mouth with audio, and that's fun. Yeah, let's try this again. So, all right, let's try this again for the second time around with audio. So, football is in full swing. Life is great. Football, awesome. Red Zone, 7 hours of uninterrupted football with the Octobox, NFL Red Zone, Scott Hanson. I mean, life is great. And may I just say for a quick second, kudos on RedZone. They understood the consumer and said, hey, we don't want commercials. We just want to know when someone's in the red zone and they're scoring touchdowns. We don't want to know that there's a timeout going on. We don't want to know the other stuff. Just get to the good stuff. Love it. Absolutely love it. And Scott Hanson is a freaking animal. 7 hours, doesn't take a bathroom break. He's just there doing his thing. So kudos to you, Scott Hanson. Absolutely love him. And he's phenomenal. So yeah, I not only do I love football, but that's just, I love red zone. So life is great. Awesome. Transition to, as I saw Trey Lance just have his ankle obliterated yesterday, it got me thinking a little bit of before my past, pre-auto life, as we all have our pre-auto life, of the watching him go down there and scar tissue. And you're thinking, Brooke, how are you going to make those two come together? I am. Just stay with me for a hot second here. So as he gets his obliterated, he's now going to have to go through a massive rehabilitation, right? And get his ankle right and surgery and all that and yada, yada, yada. And we all have our bumps and bruises in our daily life, right? And then, but there's always that one cut or that one injury that you're just like, oh man, that one really hurt. And we look in the mirror and we see it in the mirror and we're like, yeah, I remember that one. that one really hurt me. My question is to all of you, what do we do with that? Do we think, yeah, I'm not going to do that one again? Do I remember and did I learn from it thinking I'm not going to touch the stove again? I'm not going to jump over that rusty nail again. Or do you just say, you know what? You know, actually, I am going to tempt fate again. I am going to do that again. Now, if you're in sports, it's a little different, but you're still, even with sports, you know that, hey, I had bad mechanics on that one. If you're the coach, that was a really stupid play that for the 49ers ran. Why are you running him? Like he's not a running back. So they're going to know, hey, we're not going to do that again. So are you learning from your mistakes? Taking this a little bit further is once the basic of scar tissue. So what scar tissue is in essence is that it's this fibrous tissue that gets laid down to take place of the damaged tissue. So as that gets laid down to speed up the recovery and to help the recovery and to get more blood flow going to once again help the recovery, you can do what's called cross friction massage. Now, that doesn't sound fun. It is not super fun. And anyone that's watching right now is that you literally go against the grains of the fibers of the tissue. So you go against it and it breaks up the junk in there. That's a very technical term there, the junk there. And it helps speed up the recovery, like I said, and bring blood flow to the area and so on and so forth. So once again, going into our daily lives of that one cut that's so deep in us and we all have that one cut. What are we doing? Are we going through that process? Do we take the time to say, we are going to grow from this? We are going to get better from this. We're going to improve from this. Or we're just going to be, you know what? Not worth it. I don't want to go through the pain and agony that's going to be involved in this process. Take Alex Smith. I'm going to stay with the sports theme here. Alex Smith almost lost his leg. He could have given up at any time and said, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm not going to do it. Too much pain, too much agony, not going to do it. But he did. He did. He got back on the field when nobody else said it was possible. But he did. He said, I'm going to do it. Now, is that every situation? No, it's not. But he said he was going to. So going back into our daily lives is that, are we willing to put in the work, the effort, all the things that are necessary to take that next step? Everybody's rehab process is different. Everybody's wounds are different. Everybody's timetable is different. I go back to is that it sucks sometimes. Life isn't always great. Sometimes life is not that rainbows and butterflies that everyone wants, not everyone, but sometimes that social media will portray it to be. Are we willing to put in that effort? Sometimes you take 2 steps forward, next day you take 17 steps back. But are you constantly moving that needle forward? Because when you have that wound that you look in the mirror and say, man, that one hurt. When you move forward, you can move someone else forward. And you can move the industry forward, which means you move the world forward. And you can help your colleague forward. You can be a better person because of it. You can help your friend because of it. You can help your colleague because of it. If you're a manager, you help your team because of it. All of these little things that, man, it hurts, it aches, they pinch a little bit, they are for a reason. And the scar tissue that if it's left, if you don't take care of the scar tissue, here's what the things that can happen. And more and more scar tissue gets laid down. And because of that, you can develop nerve issues. And those nerve issues, then all of a sudden, let's say, for instance, in your hands start tingling. Maybe you start losing feeling in your hands. And the more and more scar tissue gets laid on top of each other. Let's say you bump it again, or you do the same thing over and over again. Well, now more and more scar tissue is going on. I'll take Tony Hawk, for instance. Tony Hawk, incredible, one of the best skateboarder probably ever, right? And his knees or his shins are obliterated. Obliterated. I mean, you look at it, they're like tissue paper, they're so thin, and they just bleed everywhere. So all these things, the scar tissue gets continued laid upon. If you don't fix what's going on, you're just going to bleed everywhere. So are we doing the necessary things to learn from our mistakes? And not even mistakes, they're not necessarily mistakes, but are we learning from our past experiences? Are we moving forward each and every day? And are we doing the things that may pinch a little bit to move forward? And I go back to is that everybody has wounds, and everybody has different wounds, and everybody has different rehab times. So don't judge somebody because, oh, well, I had the same experience. No, you didn't. No two experiences are the same. And never, ever, ever stop striving to improve. Never, ever, ever. And with that, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for staying with me throughout the audio issues, and have a great rest of your week. And this week, man, super, super excited. We have Robin Wilson on the show. Robin is with Epic BDC, and she is just she's phenomenal. She's a rock star. And we are talking about the good, the bad, the ugly of outsourcing BDC. Maybe in your mind, you're thinking, maybe this is something I want to do. Maybe I don't want to do it. And we are getting all into that this week. So excited to have her on the show. So with that, like I said, have an awesome week, everyone. We'll see you all on Friday. And as always, everyone, find a way to serve today, and we will see everyone on Friday. Thanks, everyone.